tricks on.
For the most part, yeah. Or you could just pick a favorite sprite and just learn that sprite's tricks.
Right.
And we're underway.
Yep. Just blue rupees in the opening chest. Both players opting for one of the more standardized routes here, heading up to the Uncle first. SuperNinTaylor opting to pick up a sign so that he can throw it at a guard here and get a tree pull. We got 5 arrows on the tier 1 tree pull. And half magic.
Sure, he regrets picking up that extra magic just on the side just before picking that up.
Well, SuperNinTaylor
he's
was
probably
going to do that.
Well, I think he's going to set up the second tier tree pull. That's what he's setting up, I believe.
Yeah, second or third, depending on if he gets hit or not.
The strictly worst boomerang out of the sanctuary chest.
You and I have different definitions of the term strictly worse.
Blue is
But I will agree for a lot of situations it is worse.
I'm just a huge blue boomerang fan. So.
Oh, absolutely. So, off we go. Now, Penguinpuff probably going to do a few more kills here. That's not going to help. He only killed 3 enemies total,
I don't think
so that was the same tier.
Or we're going to see what the stun prize pack is. 20 rupees. And
hey,
order dropping 20 rupees.
20 rupees stun prize pack. But also
so
crap.
20 rupees. Yeah, 20 rupees is already the most common item in the game, but now we're getting it out of stun prize packs and order. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a great way to pick up early rupees, especially if you need to access Zora.
Yeah, Houlihan room overrated. Just pick up crabs.
Alright, so we got a piece of heart in the Lumberjack Cave. Both players opting to check it. I've noticed some players deciding not to recently.
Well, if you're in this area to check out the tree pull and the hoarder, you might as well just check it just for information. That's. Oh wow, that was the fastest map check ever.
All right,
looks like
so
we got 4, 6, and 7. You're in the same order that I did. The order that the vanilla does go. So 4 is Eastern, 6 at Desert, and 7 at Hera.
Nice. I got confused there. I thought that was silvers for a second, but no, it's just +5.
Yeah.
Like, why would you pass up silvers unless you're trying to troll everyone?
Yeah, like the finals of earlier tournament.
Yep. Dig up those silver arrows and be like, nope. Alright, so there's another tier of a tree pull. In that case, it was just green rupees.
Yeah, the tree pull's not paying off for these guys.
Yep. But they do have plenty of rupees to go purchase things at the bottle vendor and bombs if necessary. I might see some of these guys run straight to the bomb shop or the vicinity thereof.
Well, I think they're both going to check out the non-bomb places first, because they don't have bombs yet.
So, yeah, like I said, the vicinity thereof being heading into the back of the tavern and then go buy the bombs because it's right next door, and then
and then go up, yeah.
Yeah. You do that just in case the back of the tavern is bombs. Reno Jackson seat. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's what he says when you play him.
Yes.
He says, we're gonna be
rich.
I get it. I get it. I thought it was just we were gonna pick up exactly one of everything.
But then we can't get the blue boomerang.
The blue boomerang is distinct from the red boomerang.
That's true.
Just 20 rupees from the bottle vendor, so not quite a great return on investment.
Yeah, 80 more rupees down the drain. Ooh.
And there's the Moon Pearl.
Early Moon Pearl.
Indeed. And more bomb upgrades. More bomb upgrades. The flute. And 300 rupees.
We're gonna get an early swag duck.
Indeed. If you don't mind, I might have something prepared for this, but I'm going to wait for SuperNinTaylor to get there.
Well, he's gonna take a little bit to get there.
Yeah. That was the plan. I don't want my lyrics to have to match up with the song on the screen.
Hook shot, single arrow, and only 50 rupees. And a bomb upgrade. But two very important items there, the hook shot and the single arrow.
You also have two different definitions of the words very important. I mean, the first one was very important, for sure. The hook shot, absolutely.
But how are you gonna kill Ganon without that one arrow?
I don't know, maybe find some more arrows. Alright, so I've got a... I will, everyone please rise. When I sing you this verse, things just seem to get worse. So to hold off this curse, I will be nice. No required double dips, no required catfish, and not one single trip to Pendant Ice.
So when all those things actually happen, you know who to blame.
100%.
Because now it's going to be Pendant Ice with all three items being, like, very important. So, SuperNinTaylor going to check these last two things down here. 20 rupees on the library.
Yep. Now, Penguinpuff is checking the Ice Rod Cave immediately.
Well, he flew it to 8 and just saw that it's more 20 rupees. And guess what? Race game is, once again, 20 rupees.
20 rupees. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Red Rupees the Seed.
To be fair, every seed is Red
Every
Rupees.
seed is Red Rupees the Seed. You are correct. SuperNinTaylor pulling off the nice little trick with the hook shot to make this damn trip in one go.
I see what you did there.
I was not actually intending that.
But it works out.
It does. And we've got just rupees in the dam as well.
At least they have the hook shot to take Mini Moldorm Cave on, because you want something better than just bombs to take them on, and hook shot's really strong.
Hook shot is arguably the best weapon against the Mini Moldorms. It one-shots them, and you can do it from a distance.
SuperNinTaylor just motoring them down. Meanwhile, more 20 rupees galore, along with some heart containers and heart pieces.
So just not really much here. All right. They will have to make another trip to the dam if the Swamp Palace is required, because you have to use that to open it.
And Penguinpuff going to flew over to the desert.
I think someone is trying to get me to... Never mind. Alright, so we're checking the Agnes Cave. Agnes Cave's a pretty big deal, actually. And there's not much left. They can check escape.
They can do escape, but the hook shot's not the most reliable weapon there. They can also go to Sahasrara and Eastern Palace.
Yeah.
And they can go to, with the hook shot, they can go to Death Mountain and do a pretty decent number
they
of Death
have
Mountain.
the flute. I forgot. It was like, how are they gonna get on the Death Mountain? Oh yeah, flute.
So a small shield on the floating island.
Or the Lake Hylia Island.
That's what I meant.
Floating Island, I think, is up on Death Mountain.
Yeah. Sorry, got my locations mixed up.
Jaxus with the puns for days.
All the damn puns.
Mm-hmm. So Penguinpuff is navigating the old man cave in the dark with just the boomerang.
He's under 1 heart, so he wants to be careful here.
So, you know how you were saying that the red boomerang is strictly worse?
It might be slightly better in this exact situation.
Yeah, just saying.
Slightly. So they have the hook shot also, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Penguinpuff down to half a heart.
Oh, SuperNinTaylor. He has the Moon Pearl, so we're going to see the Jesus Walk glitch.
Yep. I might, if I were Penguinpuff, just take an intentional death in the cave.
He doesn't want to get hit by the dead rocks or the cabbages. He got
Made
there.
it! Excellent. Well done.
Right,
SuperNinTaylor picks up just a metric ton of rupees in the waterfall cave.
And I was going to go make the visit to Zora. We have plenty of rupees. And a bottle with code red on the ledge over there.
I do love me some code red. Not gonna lie. But for now, that's gonna be inaccessible to SuperNinTaylor.
Ooh, we find
And
the book.
Book literacy inside Spectacle Rock Cave.
Zora's stealing money again. But yes, this literacy will come in handy when you want to check tablets or get into Desert Palace now.
Yeah, that will let you into desert. Penguinpuff opting not to head across. Oh, no, just gonna save and quit to the mountain cave.
Yeah, it's a little faster.
Seems legit.
He's going to make the dive into Eastern and visit Sahasrara for the first time.
Yep. So there's a grand total of 6 items over here. All of which could be important.
Unless they find the boat, and there's 7. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the bow would make Eastern completable.
Yeah.
So not much in the back of Sahasrara's hut. Shahabba-habba-doo.
Nice bomb jump from SuperNinTaylor. That one's a tough one.
Yeah. That one's pretty precise, and it was only found recently because of Randomizer. There's no reason you'd ever do that in a normal run of the game. Maybe 100%.
Maybe, but I think saving and quitting in 100% might be better. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I do like going into Eastern with the hook shot.
I like going anywhere with the hook shot.
Yeah, there's that. SuperNinTaylor picking up a power glove. It's so bad. And
There we go. Now we're talking.
boomerang.
And a lot of love, too. SuperNinTaylor going for another bomb jump. This one's a little easier.
Yep.
But he misses this one. Go figure.
Yeah, I think he was a little too far to the right. You gotta be just on the left edge. And then you've got about 3 or 4 pixels of vertical or 1 or 2 pixels of vertical leeway. Alright, so there's the big key in Eastern.
Cracking this big chest now.
Just the burrito.
And just a heart container on floating island, actual floating island.
And now SuperNinTaylor doing the spiral cave,
Or
which you know you don't like to see without the boots, but what are you gonna do?
It's resident sleeper cave without the boots.
Indeed. No bomb jumps are ever expected in the logic.
Yeah, the logic will make sure you don't have to do any glitches, including the glitch, air quotes, that Penguinpuff is doing, which is dark rooms. But we don't have to worry about dark rooms for SuperNinTaylor. He finds the lamp in Spiral Cave.
Wow, that's actually pretty big. Like, Spiral Cave is a thing that people don't like to have to check unless they have the boots or something. And so it could be a while before Penguinpuff goes to find that lamp.
So Death Mountain gave you all 3 things you need to complete Desert Palace. It gave you the fire source, the book, and the power gloves.
Yep. And yet, SuperNinTaylor will be heading to Eastern.
And he will be extremely disappointed.
Now, Penguinpuff, on the other hand, is going to pick up some more bombs.
I don't think he checked south of Kakariko yet, so he's going to do that now and see all the more 20 rupees.
Seems legit. Yeah, if there is always the chance that Desert Palace could be boot locked. You are correct. D-tap.
I could get into the math and the sabermetrics about the odds of Desert being boot locked, but then I'll sound like a Scott Steiner promo by the end of it.
So here's the thing. So there are only 40 places where the big key can appear, and one of them is on the torch. So there's a 25% chance of that. The small key can only appear in 2 locations given a certain big key. I think AA worked it out in chat one time, and it's exactly 50% is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too keen on the exact numbers for all the logics and stuff. But Penguinpuff's going to make that desert play with the book, but without the lamp and mushroom. Mushroom, I say mushroom. Wow. Lamp and power glove.
Yep. So we'll get to see what's in here, at least.
Well, SuperNinTaylor doing the back of escape, finding the bug net.
Yep,
nothing else.
Bug net's a real thing. And no small key either, so you can't just break into the back of the dark room.
Well, there's your small key. Yeah, there's your small key. So now we can do the 2 chests on the right side. SuperNinTaylor, he doesn't have a sword yet, but he's still going to probably dive into escape, it looks like.
There's the big key. So we do not have a boots-locked desert.
There could still be a pretty good item under there, though.
There we go. There's one of the 2 items. Unfortunately, Mr. Guy 888, there is no way to require BugNet Aghanim, sadly, because you have to slash the curtains to get to Aghanim, so you have to have a sword.
So there's your second item, Red Rupee, so we know all the items in Desert. So
Penguinpuff will be piecing out immediately, while SuperNinTaylor will probably see those items and head to finish off Landmolus.
The problem is none of the weapons he has damage Landmolas.
Oh, wow.
The hookshot and the boomerang do not deal damage.
I did not even think about that. I keep forgetting people need things to do things.
Yeah, kind of need a sword or a hammer or a rod or a bow.
Something.
Yeah.
Something that's not complete garbage.
Take your shoes off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Start
might
throwing them at people.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about the odor.
Oh, bombs. I guess they could, but he only has 4. You're gonna need a lot more than 4.
Yeah, you could bomb him to death. It would be a problem. You need to spend some of that rupee hoard you have. Alright, so Penguinpuff.
He's gonna go through the downstairs basement of escape, and he's gonna use the bombs to kill all the guards he needs.
Yep. So we're going to be heading over 2 more chests down here, and then he might go to the back end as well. The enemies in the sewer part of Escape are actually really easy with the weapons he has.
Yeah, the hookshot takes them all out.
I
don't know about the ropes. Ooh, another glove. In Escape. So that's where SuperNinTaylor will find his Titan Smiths.
Nice. So
And
once Penguinpuff finally heads over to the Paradox Cave,
that's where he'll
then
find
we'll
his Titan
have
Smiths.
Titan's Mitts there as well. And with Mitts and Pearl, guess what that gives us access to?
The Dark World.
The Dark World indeed.
Now let's see if SuperNinTaylor will make the play to try to kill Landmolas with bombs. And he's deciding not to. He's fleeing away.
Alright, so it looks like SuperNinTaylor will be following Penguinpuff's lead here.
I'm trying to think. Is there any way that what they're doing with Escape is a logic break? Does the logic take into account you not having a weapon other than bombs to kill these guys?
No.
Okay.
The logic, the escape is considered open, no matter what you have.
I got you. Even though you need at least 2 bombs at least 4 bombs to complete it.
Yeah, that's just because they assume you can get bombs.
Yeah, I guess.
Nice little setup there for SuperNinTaylor to take out the guard with bombs. I
Thought
think
he
you
was bombing his chest.
5, actually.
Yeah, you need to kill the green guard before the last blue guard. Yeah, so 5, I think. You're right.
Penguinpuff continuing to start at the mountain cave and not go to the east side of Death Mountain.
His thinking is like, oh, I can't fully complete it yet without hammer. I want to come up here when I have hammer or mitts. But little does he know, he'll find the mitts up there.
Yeah.
Speaking of mitts,
I don't know if I can agree with the decision to not check 7 items that are available.
Speaking of mitts, there's SuperNinTaylor, and that's pretty much one of the items because he was running out of things to find. So that was one of the items he needed. He was happy to find.
Yep. So the Aghanim could still be required. There are scenarios in which it happens.
If like the hammer is on the pyramid or in the pyramid fairy or in pod itself.
Right side pod.
Yeah,
right
in pod itself without flippers.
Right. Like catfish.
Yeah, that's true. There's definitely a few scenarios where Aghanim is still required.
So Penguinpuff gonna take his worthless trip to Zora. SuperNinTaylor taking the Death Warp so that he can go to the Dark Chest and escape. Now this is one that Penguinpuff did not check, as far as I know.
No, it's not. Penguinpuff lost his Jesus walk, so he has to take the long way to Zora.
Yeah. Luckily, he didn't lose it in the dark area.
That's true.
And here we go. SuperNinTaylor will be heading to the dark rooms. So, how much, I don't know your personal experience with Rando. How much of this have you done?
Like commentary or playing?
Both.
Commentary, I've done like 10 races this tournament and secondary tournament. And in the secondary tournament, I'm 3-1 and I have a 3-way race coming up this weekend.
Oh, well then. Clearly you know more about actually playing than I do. So how often would you make the play on the chest in the escape, the dark chest in escape, when you don't have the lamp?
I tend to... The only dark room I ever do is right side Eastern Palace.
All right, that seems reasonable. Song leaves with the Link's Awakening reference.
Well, Penguinpuff got his mitts, so
Alright.
they're both I think they've both checked all the same areas at this point.
Yep, roughly. And well, one thing Penguin will be able to do is check some of those Dark World locations.
He could do Dark World Death Mountain right now.
Yep, which SuperNinTaylor was unable to do on his first trip up here. But little does he know, SuperNinTaylor will also be doing roughly the same thing.
Herfy wants to hear me do my Scott Steiner impression. It has to do with me saying 33 1/3 a lot. That's basically about it.
33 1/3?
He did a thing in TNA where he was like he was trying to figure out the math of him winning a triple threat match and stuff, and it turned into all these numbers didn't make sense. Herfy knows exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. I get it, sort of.
You have to understand that Scott Steiner, the wrestler, he was not known for his talking.
Right. Oh, you don't even know. I've got one coming up at 11 as well. So this is going to be fun tonight.
Yeah. I'll see what I'm going to do after this, if I'm going to do any more.
What can I say? I just love doing this. Alright, so...
SuperNinTaylor, I don't think he found anything in this bunny cave that Penguinpuff's about to do. Penguinpuff just got his lamp, though. Now we're going to see what...
SuperNinTaylor gonna check the...
So 5 is Swamp, Green Pendant, and T-Rock. The other pendants were Pod and Thieves Town.
Thieves Town, yes.
But I missed what Turtle Rock was, because SuperNinTaylor did check that.
Yeah, I was too busy looking at the map. I was like, oh, map check.
Yeah, the two checks at the same time was really hard to bounce it around.
I think we'll figure it out here in a second with Penguinpuff.
Oh, SuperNinTaylor taking a...
Getting slightly bodied by the berry there. And, let's see what we got here. Last chest in Hookshot Cave, just big love. And off we go.
Without the hammer, they can't check anything else around here, so they're off. Their next stop, I would guess, would be Skullwoods or Village of Outcasts, that area.
Yeah, probably. The Skullwoods play for that area is always pretty great.
They are still missing. Let's say we're almost a half hour in, and the only real progression they have are the mitts and the hook shot and the flute.
Yeah.
And it's Ether at Turtle Rock.
Right. So, with the existence of our crystals and pendants, it is time to start calculating the pedestal hype index.
Well, with so many items not found yet, it's pretty high.
Oh yeah.
But Turtle Rock being a pendant cuts a lot of items out of there.
Right. So it cannot be the bow. It cannot be the fire or ice rod. It cannot be the ether medallion. We figured this out. There's the cane of Brian in Skullwoods.
Yeah, can't be the cane of Burnham. We just found that. It could be.
Could be the mirror.
It could be the mirror. It could be the medallion to get into Mire if it's not ether. And this could be the boots if you need those.
Yeah, but
and it could be the
need those for Ganon's
It
tower.
could be the flippers. That's the one real trolley item I would guess. It could be the
Flippers. Yeah. So there you go.
It could be a sword. If they don't. Just imagine if. Oh, that was a nice double bounce by SuperNinTaylor.
Wow. Sword. Yeah? I mean, if they find a hammer...
it can't be the hammer either.
No, I'm saying if they find a hammer to make, Turtle Rock bearable. I mean, I guess you can kill Turtle Rock. Well, no, the Firehead doesn't take damage from the ice shots, right?
No, if you'll need a hammer or a sword to take out Trinex. So if they find a hammer, it could be first sword with the other three swords in like really weird locations.
Wow.
Oh, you need one sword to activate the medallion from Mire. So
okay.
All right, so that's out.
So one sword will be found beforehand, but Master Sword could be there, and then like the other two swords on the tablets.
That I guess is a possibility. You're right.
That'd be like the worst.
That sounds like such a long shot though.
Yeah.
Cane of Samaria. Oh. So Skullwoods was Cane and Cane.
Double cane. Double cane. More like Cane Woods, am I right?
Yeah, Cane Woods. Wood cane. Cane, yeah.
I mean, canes are generally made of wood. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that if you look at the fine print and you stay a while and you listen, you'll find that it is in fact required to be cane.
So Penguinpuff reacted to Cane a little bit, saying, I don't think he wants to kill Blind with Cane of Samaria, but he might have to. Though Thieves Town is a pendant, so...
Yep. Cane of Samaria is actually really fun to kill Blind with.
Yeah,
I love that.
I tried that in a casual race the other day when I didn't have a sword, and I failed. Cane of Burner, though, that's my jam.
Oh yeah, Cane of Brian, knock it out.
Now we got Synced Up Sea Houses check. For the Fire Rod!
Synced Fire Rod!
Well, now they can go kill Mafia if they want to.
That is true.
Penguinpuff diving into Thieves, while SuperNinTaylor is going to continue the outside.
Penguinpuff taking the immediate dive into Thieves Town. Meanwhile, SuperNinTaylor picking up the first bottle.
Yep, pee in a bottle.
Yeah, they can't actually finish Skullwoods yet.
No sword, that's right. They can finish those though. Fire Rod does kill animals.
And there's the blue mail.
Hashtag banana hat.
Or banana head for Glenn there.
For Glenn, yeah.
As we head into Thieves Town as well. So, what do you think the odds are for the 4 chest checking out, or the there's Bombos?
It depends on what you find. If you find 3 items, you'll usually check out, but I think they only found 2. They found I think bombs, bombos, small key, big key.
Small key. Yeah.
Oh no, 20 rupees, not bombs.
Taking a death here, possibly intentionally to get some health back. Or
Yeah, he's
possibly
ducking
just
run
to
out.
get out.
Yeah. So
All
there's
right.
2 items buried deeper in Thieves Town.
Penguinpuff will be picking up his banana hat.
For him, it's actually a banana hat. Banana hat. Banana hat. That was well done.
Okay.
That was completely not planned, by the way.
My apologies.
We got caught up in a moment there. If you saw my last commentary, you know I'm a big fan of like Disney stuff. That wasn't really Disney, but it was close. It was
Yeah,
Sesame Street.
Muppets. Close enough.
Yeah, Muppets, all that stuff, yeah. You find Muppets in Disney, so we're fine. Let's see what the digging game has for Penguinpuff over here.
And
We might be a while. Well, if you want to talk about paradoxes, you use a shovel.
18 digs for a shovel.
To find another shovel.
Shovel buried at the digging game. Always great. We have officially fulfilled Herfy Durfy's dreams, apparently.
Yeah. That's kind of like Book and Pedestal. Similar situation. There's another item for Thieves Town, just bombs.
Alright, so Penguinpuff is gonna take the frog on a world tour. Most likely culminating in Hype Cave.
Yeah, because you have to save and quit to return the frog once it turns to a blacksmith again. So yeah, he'll do a Hype Cave real quick. Or as I like to affectionately call it nowadays, the Cave of Mediocrity.
Indeed. I like to play everybody's favorite guessing game. Is it Hype Cave or Tripe Cave?
Well, see, I call it Mediocrity because I still want to give it a little bit of a chance, but more often than not lately it's been trash. However,
There's the hammer
and a
sword and the flippers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the rumors of Hype Cave's demise have been greatly exaggerated.
100%. You had better believe it.
That was quite hype.
Yep. That also removes one of the possible pedestal items, as previously discussed.
And Penguinpuff, he refilled his entire bomb capacity with that thing, which I didn't know existed until Randomizer, by the way. I didn't know you got all your bombs filled to max by buying them from the bomb shop.
Really?
Yeah, he went in with 8 left with 35. For like 100 rupees, I think.
Nice.
I thought it was
impressive.
Great. Meanwhile, Kane and Samaria blind kill going on SuperNinTaylor's side.
So
One more hit. And he gets it.
And there it goes. Kane and Samaria strats.
For 300 rupees.
So we got a shield from the sick kid.
So if they want if they want the red shield, they can go up to Floating Island again.
Yep.
Which I've been starting to give the shields names. The first one is Seth Rollins.
Okay.
The second one is Dean Ambrose, and the third one is Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Well, speaking of the shields.
Well, there you go.
Now you know where to
I
find
love me
shield.
some Fire Shield. I really do.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to kill a mosquito over here. I'm playing Secret of Evermore rando in real life.
Ah, okay. Wow, that's a deep cut, sir.
Ether to get into Mire, so there you go.
Yep.
Ether for both. Which also
And
that actually opens up the possibility of bird toss.
and it removes the possibility of a required pedestal medallion.
Yes. So I'm afraid of some bad news, guys. I think only a mirror is our last hope for pedestal.
Yep, the pedestal hype index has reached about a 0.4. I'll let you decide what that's out of.
I don't know.
And here we go. So Penguinpuff is jumping in the water, and we may be seeing a play. Well, he's going to Hobo first, but we might see an Ice Palace.
Yeah, the chat's right. It could still be a Sword Upgrade or the Boots, but neither one of them are. So Sword is like super not likely to be pulled from pedestal as a requirement. But Boots is only required if the torch in Ganon's Tower has a big key.
There's a 1 out of 22 chance of that happening.
SuperNinTaylor about to visit his hype cave as advertised. And yeah, Penguinpuff going into Ice Palace, we can fully complete it with Fire Rod, with Bombos, with Hammer, with Cane of Samaria. We have the tools needed, even though seems like we're still missing a lot. And to be fair, it looks like we're not missing too much to complete this entire scene.
Yeah.
All we need is Bow, Ether, and Mirror? Does that sound about right?
Yeah. Bow, Ether, Mirror, and then, of course, maybe Boots and a sword.
Oh yeah, and the Sword Upgrade is definitely needed. Getting the key in that chest is always a good feeling because you get to go right when you get down to the 4th floor.
I used to not think that was a thing. I used to think people just always went down, and I was afraid of using keys.
Yeah.
But no, you want to use that key if you can. As long as you're still looking for items, of course. And of course, if you're not looking for items, you didn't open that chest in the first place.
That's one of the chests you do open in Go mode, Ice Palace, I think.
You could.
If you
I mean,
still
if
like
you're looking for something.
Sword Upgrade or Silver Arrows, for instance.
Yeah. But I mean, if you have everything, then
okay,
you absolutely skip it. Now, Penguinpuff is not doing the Ice Palace bomb jump.
Alright, and there's a very good reason why. Because you're going to full clear this dungeon anyway because it's so early. And with the Cane of Samaria, you don't need to do the bomb jump to access the boss early when you have the key.
Good times.
So that's why you see the bomb jump. The bomb jump isn't as let's see, Penguinpuff almost went left first, but then he realized, oh wait, I have key. Let's go right first and get all these awesome items right away.
So there's 3 chests you can get over here in a relatively quick fashion. So SuperNinTaylor is looking at the Mire area as well.
He sees Ether, he's gonna go to the Mire Shed. Be greatly disappointed.
That's basically all he can do here. We may see a play on Ice Palace from him as well.
Well, think of it this way. Well, they can do Desert and Hera now, but they're kind of out of the way. Looks like he might go to Hera first.
Right. Hera seems like a reasonable call.
He has to get there the long way, and he can also check the, even though he can't get it yet, he can check the Ether tablet and see what's on there. Get that information.
Yep.
Well, there's Ether. That's a very required item. Get you into Mire.
Yep. And of course, if there's some troll item in Turtle Rock, it'll get you in there too.
Oh, we know Bo's gonna be in there. Come on. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right. I find that Pendant Palace of Darkness tends to have things.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
There we go. So Penguinpuff clearing out all these chests here in Ice Palace. I imagine we'll be making a visit to Cold Stairs shortly.
We're gonna read some text on the Ether tablet.
What's it say? Just couch cash. More 20 rupees.
He knows he doesn't have to come back here.
And in SuperNinTaylor goes. There's the big key in Hera. So I like to call Ice Palace. I have another nickname for it. I call it the Cold Stair Creamery.
Ah.
Just 'cause bad jokes. Anyway. So SuperNinTaylor heading up towards the top of Hera.
Oh man. In case you know what we're laughing at, our step-in restreamer today, Herfy Durfy, he's about to kick Dr. Bob Task off the stream. It was nice knowing you, man.
What are you gonna do?
Stop telling Benjo. Oh no, we're gonna see a fighter sword. Hold. He has the fire rod, but he's gonna use the fighter sword sometimes. Also, it looks like
the fighter sword to kind of get him up in the corner where he wants him, and then the fire rod with half magic to sort of massacre him. The use of bombos at the beginning was correct in my opinion.
So in Hera, if you want both the items, you gotta do the basement.
Yep, looks like it.
Because the map was in the back chest, the compass was in its vanilla chest, and the big chest had the small key, so Moldorm will have one item and the basement will have the other.
So Trolldorm will have something. And I'm going to use the hammer on Trolldorm. That's going to take 3 hits.
As long as it doesn't fall.
Having some issues making sure Trolldorm doesn't wreck you it. Oh, there he goes. So Penguinpuff.
Yeah, he's going to Mire.
So Mire is a very solid play here, in my opinion. Just because you're going to have to do it. It's going to take about the same amount of time either way.
Here's the problem. Vitreous, you have to
Fighter Sword Vitreous is, without bow, is garbage, yes.
You have the hammer at least. I mean, that's...
Yeah. But I mean, you don't want to have to swing the hammer at him. That's painful. That's really hard to do without getting hit. Alright, so rupees from Mothula. I said it again. Moldorm.
Moldorm.
Rupees from Moldorm. The thing is,
okay,
they start with M, they have 7 letters, Well, they start with M-O, and they have 7 letters. They get mixed up in my head.
So when I call the blacksmith's lumberjacks, what's my excuse?
There's 2 of them, and they stand next to each other and go back and forth.
There you go.
You get them mixed up in your head.
There was one race I called where I think I called the blacksmith's lumberjacks like 5 times.
There you go. Trolldorm is evolving. Oh boy. There's the big key. Yeah, I think SuperNinTaylor is face tanking precisely
Death warp.
9 of the tiles.
Yeah, he wants to death warp on out of here.
By the way, count the number of tiles. It's important.
As long as he doesn't die to these. Ooh, Master Sword.
Ooh, there
So,
we go. Master Sword.
Basement Worth.
Pretty good, pretty solid setup there.
Now he can go get his couch cash.
Yep, very, very true.
Let's see if he makes that. Maybe not.
I'm thinking probably not.
Alright.
Seems unlikely at this point.
However, he will spend some cash to get some potions.
Oh, Herfy Durfy.
Vitorb, you're free!
Look what you're doing to me. I just got Odyssey. I was up to like 6 a.m. playing it.
You're playing it right now also, aren't you?
I am not.
Okay. Because apparently that game's really good, even though, I don't play new video games. I mean, I'm intrigued by that.
I generally play through the newer video games. I don't, like, try to actually run them. Hey, there's the mirror!
So, all we need now is the bow.
Yep, looks like it.
And maybe the boots. Alright, chat, because I know chat's going to get on me if I say boots also required, but 1 in 22 chance, come on. And you do know that if the big key is on the torch, like, the boots are going to be against Tower anyway, they always are.
Yeah, probably. I have seen Big Key on Torch, Ice Rod in Ganon's Tower, boots on Trinex.
Oh, you're evil. Commentator's curse, by the way, guys. You heard him.
It's just one of the timers is larger.
Yeah, we can blame Herfy Durfy for that.
I think there's just an issue with it being able to be cropped.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Alright, I'm looking forward to this Vitreous fight that Penguinpuff's going to try to pull off here.
This is going to be an intense Vitreous fight.
We might need the Benny Hill music in the background.
Yep. For those of you who don't know, that song is called Yakety Sax.
And if you want to see the joke we're actually talking about, go over to the one of the pages has the clips from last tournament that features that. All right, let's see if Penguinpuff can pull this off. He's gonna use bombs on the little eyes. I think each one falls to 2 bombs or 3 bombs.
It's like 4. Something like that. I don't know. I tried this the other day. I was like, this is taking more bombs than I remember it taking.
Maybe it's randomized to change how much damage you take, too. He's not the 2 hearts. He has to be careful.
I don't believe damage tables are randomized.
I'm sorry. I'm preparing for Zelda 1 randomized tournament.
Oh, okay.
It's randomized there.
Do they really do that kind of garbage in Zelda 1 randomizer?
Yes. They can have it that Wizrobes go down in one hit and, like, Gorillas take 10.
What kind of sadist designed the Zelda 1 randomizer?
Ooh. His name is Fred Coughlin. He's in this tournament also.
Oh, okay.
But Penguinpuff, yeah, he's gonna route this in later, I think, when he comes back better weapons.
He's gonna peace out. He got both of the items, I believe.
But now he has the mirror, so he can go check Checkerboard Cave. Get it? Check.
The only problem, he did have the Cane of Brine. The only problem is he would have had to be in there with the fighter's sword.
Yeah, the Cane of Burna doesn't deal damage to it, and the fighter's sword, you can't spin slash when you're using Cane of Burna, so you can't deal any damage to them ever.
I tried to watch a Zelda 1 rando stream the other day, and nothing made any sense.
Well, you can... The Zelda 1 rando tournament's going to start right here on Speed Gaming, in fact. Plug, huh? In about a couple of weeks, and you might hear my voice there, too.
Oh, I sure hope so. I would be woefully underqualified to commentate that.
I'm woefully underqualified to play the game, but I know what's going on.
Like, I hear there's, like, blackout mode where everything is just dark.
Yes, so the last tournament, the summer tournament they had, it was called Random %, where they just put all the flags on random. And that included, like, change the shapes of dungeons and black rooms and mixed sprites, and it was all absolutely crazy. But I think this next tournament is going to be semi-normal. Normal's a loose term, by the way.
Alright, that might be a little easier to follow.
Penguinpuff going down in difficulty, going from a Fighter Sword Vitreous to Fighter Sword Landmolds.
Yeah, but he's also got Fire Rod.
Yeah, Fire Rod doesn't damage Vitreous at all, but it destroys.
Oh, did he just hit both of those heads with one shot?
Yeah.
Nice.
The Fire Rod has a little bonus of dealing a little extra burst damage.
Now, don't get me wrong, I do love both, you know, original Zelda 1 and this game. Pretty much equally in my mind.
SuperNinTaylor about to do his Cold Stare fight. He has Master Sword, so he'll get a few extra damage in, but he'll probably switch over to Fire Rod as well.
Yep. So knocking them all away with a single spin slash and then just firing off that Fire Rod as quickly as humanly possible.
Yep.
And that will make quick work of Cold Stare. Now it looks like Penguinpuff will be making a play on Swamp.
Yeah, it's probably a good play. You have 6 items to find, and I think the bow tends to be proportioned to this area a bit more than normal. And since that and a sword is the last things he's looking for, he's looking to get into go mode as fast as possible here.
All right. Yeah, you'd like to save Swamp Palace for when you're in go mode, but that's not always possible.
Yeah, especially when it has 6 items and it's more than likely to have something in progression.
Very true.
So SuperNinTaylor's going to head into Mire now, and Master Sword is a little better for Vitreous, so let's see if he can knock that out when he gets there in a few minutes. Well, we already know what's going to be in there. He's going to find his mirror, and so we'll see if Penguinpuff can find himself a bow in Swamp.
That is true. There have been a lot of really fast seeds today.
Bird toss!
Bird toss, ladies and gentlemen.
That's even a meme Willard likes. That's when you know it's worth mentioning.
That's impressive. It takes a lot to satisfy Willard with your memes.
Oh yes, most definitely. Whereas he famously called it one time the bird flip, and then we had to yell at him because of the PG stream.
Yeah, there is that. So, Penguinpuff now gonna head in Swamp Palace, getting a few chests through here. There are, as you stated before, 6 items available, and there are, as far as I know, no keys in chests in Swamp, right?
Not in the chest, no. Just 2 that are in the underneath pots.
Right. So you can count this one by, looking for the big key, the compass, and the map. And we've already got the map.
So we were talking about Zelda 1 Randomizer earlier. I just got to notice that tomorrow here on Speed Gaming there will be a Zelda 1 Randomizer showcase. So if you're new to if you don't know about Zelda 1 Randomizer, you can watch it right here on not this channel, not Speed Gaming 3, over on Speed Gaming 1. There's going to be tomorrow at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern time at night will be a special Zelda 1 Randomizer showcase.
Hey, sounds like fun.
So we're just randomly talking about it, and there you go.
Alright, so SuperNinTaylor will be making his way down to Vitreous. I do feel like the run that Penguinpuff made on Vitreous may give SuperNinTaylor the chance to catch up a bit. Because having to go back down to kill Vitreous again is not something you want to do. It's not a quick process.
And for those wondering, yes, there is a Zelda 2 Randomizer, and there was a tournament over the summer for that. And Link's Awakening Randomizer was just created, and it's still being tested out. But there will be a Link's Awakening Randomizer as well next year in a tournament.
I will have to try out Link's Awakening Randomizer.
Yeah, I think TGH, he's like one of the best. He's in this tournament one of the best. Ooh, Powder. We have fetch quests.
Ooh.
But yeah, TGH, the one of the top Link's Awakening players and one of the top randomized. Whoa!
So
so you want to build a fetch quest
containing both the powder and the mushroom. So there you go.
The same slot is occupied by 2 items within 10 feet of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So see, so you can use the Cane of Burna and the Master Sword to slash those because the Master Sword slashes deal damage. So that's how SuperNinTaylor was able to use the Cane of Burna to not. Oh, but he dies anyway.
Oh, unfortunate.
Vitreous Hugs still deal damage. He took 3 hearts of damage with Blue Mail.
SuperNinTaylor is toughing it out. He's going in.
Yeah, he's going back in.
Meanwhile, Penguinpuff is going to start checking the backside here of Swamp.
Whoa, phrasing. There you go.
I was finishing my sentence.
Ooh, that's a nice full magic for SuperNinTaylor. Now I can use the Cane of Burna again when he gets back to Vitreous.
Oh! The bow and the big key found.
So Penguinpuff, he's not in go mode yet. And I'm not talking about boots either. He needs to find a Master Sword.
Penguinpuff getting trolled by the glitched staircase here.
Everybody gets controlled by that glitched staircase.
I think there is like one way to to fix that.
Sword! Go mode!
Whoa! The sword in the big chest, just the immediate go mode.
And he might not find... Now, we know he'll find a tempered in the Hera basement, but he's probably not going to check that.
Yeah, I don't think he will. Hera will probably be the last thing he does.
Yes, most definitely. He can definitely route it right in. He'll luck out on that for sure.
He's just gotta take his bow to Eastern, and finish off Skullwoods and Misery Mire.
Yeah, he can go mode all these dungeons. He has to finish it. He's already done Misery Mire, so he can just run right to the Vitreous and kill it. He has to go back into Eastern. He can go mode Hera. And yeah, this is going to be very quick for him. SuperNinTaylor, he's going to have to deal with Vitreous and head into Swamp as soon as possible. Now the question for SuperNinTaylor is, once he gets through all this, so did he not get the mirror? The mirror was inside. He had to have gotten the mirror.
The mirror is here in Mire. He may have decided to go to Vidi and then look elsewhere, but that seems weird.
I mean, the chest that it was in was a very odd place for a chest, so...
That is true. It's one of the last chests that some people tend to check.
It's the last chest I check.
I will end up checking it sometimes earlier, depending on if I get the big key early.
So we didn't use the Key of Burn at all, but he got through it. And no, he does not have the mirror.
That's interesting.
Don't use the hammer, you have 3 hearts! Oh, he has a blue potion.
He's still going for the hammer. So if I'm not mistaken, the hammer hits and the Master Sword spins deal the exact same amount of damage.
I'm not sure. But he gets done.
And there we go. Just a heart container on Vitreous. So actually, Penguinpuff did not know. Penguinpuff only found one item.
Yeah, he found a mirror and that was it.
Yep. So Penguinpuff kind of lucked out there.
Lucked out in air quotes. Dying is never lucking out. So
Well,
SuperNinTaylor ducking back in, so he's going to look for that last item, and he's going to be very happy once he finds it.
he lucked out that his decision to not go back in there immediately didn't hurt him.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say. I love this room in Eastern with the skeletons.
Yeah, I got to learn that.
Oh, this is one of those rare occasions where I know how something works. Okay, so it has nothing to do with how fast you are. It only has to do with where you enter the center part of the room. So like outside the row of tiles on the outside. The idea is if you go down from the top above the pot, one of the they'll attempt to spawn around you in like north, south, east, west location, right? But one of them will be off the top of the screen, so it won't spawn. The other one will be on top of the pot, so it won't spawn. And so you have all the time in the world to do this.
Yeah, I understand how it works, I just can't pull it off.
Oh, okay.
Usually I'm good at getting only 3 in the spawn. So I just realized something. So both these guys, their third swords are in weird situations, in weird spots. If the fourth sword is, say, in Turtle Rock, we could end the silvers in Turtle Rock. We could realistically see a Master Sword silverless.
Very true.
Which will be hype, by the way. SuperNinTaylor, he went in, he found his mirror. He's gonna go probably check Checkerboard Cave and probably head over to Swamp and get his go mode.
Mm-hmm. So Master Sword Sylvanas is hyped to watch. It's not quite as hyped to have to do.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It's a little less than 99%. It's like 96.4, but yeah. They need boots to be fully comfortable. So Penguinpuff is diving back into. Oh yeah, because you gotta kill Vitreous again. Derp. Oh, Herbert's gonna need to stun. So with the 1 in 22 chance of the boots being required because of thing, that's like a 95.6 chance of the boots being. But then there's a chance that the boots are behind Trinex, which means they need to find the ice rod, which means that something like that. Are you happy now, Herfy Derf?
Nice.
I mean, boots behind Trinex would be evil, which I think you predicted earlier.
I said, Key on Torch, Ison Genstower, and boots on Trinex. I said that. I said that I have seen that before. I don't know if I'd call that a prediction, but if you want to blame me for it,
you heard it here first, folks. Blame Dr. Bob-tastic for when that actually happens.
Okay. Yeah, the official math.
Nice one cycle by SuperNinTaylor, by the way.
I think it's what, 95.4% actually.
1 in 22, 95.4, yeah, something like that. I'm so glad that everybody knows the reference, by the way. The Scott Steiner promo.
I will have to look that up at some point. I'm not that well versed in wrestling. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, it's just watch anything that involves him talking because it's a masterpiece of unintentional comedy.
Excellent.
So I just did the math on my calculator. It's 95.4545. Put a line over it, %.
Correct.
Hashtag math.
Yep. I'm a closet mathematician.
I was. Then I got to calculus and I said, screw that.
Penguinpuff coming back here with the bow. That's going to feel good. Now, only having
wooden arrows as opposed to silvers.
Not great. And you'll want to save like 8 of them. Oh,
he's on a 7. All right, he's just gonna get the eyes and the lightning bolts out of the equation, and then use the Master Sword for the rest of them. But he's he's out. SuperNinTaylor not going to swamp it. He's checking other places first.
Yeah, I wanted to study mathematics, and then somebody told me if I wanted to get paid, I needed to go into computer science.
Now it looks like SuperNinTaylor is going to go into a swamp, so he's a little bit behind because I think once Vitreous goes down, the dungeons are the same for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so SuperNinTaylor, I think, is probably a little behind.
Oh, yeah. Eastern also, so yeah. The big difference right now is SuperNinTaylor completed Thieves Town. Penguinpuff did not.
So, if SuperNinTaylor decides to go backside first and swamp, that could be a thing.
Yes, he won't get the 2 fetch quest items that he so desperately needs.
I love me the powder. It's my favorite item in the game, not close. Like, seriously.
Well, yeah, I It's up there for me. I joke around the blue boomerang, but I really like having the powder.
I'm not saying I have a problem, but
oh, this powder's so
I love
good.
powder.
Oh yeah, powder.
And off Penguinpuff goes to Skullwoods.
Yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a dead Mothra soon. I wonder if he'll check the pedestal. He's not gonna check the pedestal.
So with the fact that Penguinpuff will be heading into the Tower of Hera directly before Ganon's Tower, I may start the guessing game a little early. I may start it when he enters Hera.
Oh, the new thing we get to show off. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Dude, does our wonderful chat know about this yet?
So anybody who is a supporter of this channel, either through a subscription or a donation of at least 250 bits, and when I say this channel, I mean any channel on the Speed Gaming Network, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe that's how it is, yes.
I'm subscribed to Speed Gaming 1, and it worked on Speed Gaming 2 earlier today, so there you go.
But before you continue this, I just want to point out that SuperNinTaylor did do backside first.
Okay. So
that's a gamble that's going to pay off big time for him. And Penguinpuff, Hammer Mothula, you have the fire rod.
Yeah. Well, you know, hammer deals tempered sword damage, so you only got to hit it 4 times.
There you go.
And here we go.
SuperNinTaylor about to be very excited. He is officially in Go mode. He already has the Master Sword, and he's not going to go back for the Tempered, obviously, because, well, he's in Go mode. So they both have Master from different chests, and they're not going to get the Tempered from either one.
So if you are a... so we like to do the guess for the big key in Ganon's Tower. And we have a new thing set up where if you are a supporter of this channel in some way, or this network in some way, you can, your guess will be logged by the system, and we will have a winner among those guesses. And they'll go on a leaderboard over time. It's a pretty cool little deal.
So once again, proving some memes actually do matter.
Indeed.
So Penguinpuff gonna head up to Hera.
Releasing a bee along the way.
He's gonna buy himself a red potion before diving in.
Oh. I forgot there was a shop there.
Yeah. You don't always have to buy potions from the potion shop.
I need to play more Entrance Rando.
Well, if you like Entrance Rando, Zelda 1 Randomizer.
I do find Entrance Rando to be pretty fun. If I knew more about the way Zelda 1 Randomizer did everything, that might also be fun.
Zelda 1, I think Entrance Rando is almost kind of required for a true experience because you can't really randomize too many things.
Right.
I'm still not 100% sure what flags they'll use for that, but it's going to be very fun to watch.
So, what I'm going to do...
Don't do it yet. Don't yet. Wait until it gets to the... Wait until it gets into the fight.
When he opens the... I was going to say when he opens the big key door on the way up. That's when I was going to do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we can wait till the Morlum fight.
Yeah, the Morlum fight will take a little bit of time.
Alright, so when the Moldorm fight begins, I will start the big key guessing game.
Was SuperNinTaylor's first dive into Eastern? Yeah, it is.
Yep, sure is. You still gotta find that big key.
Yeah, he'll find it before having to do the left side of the right side of Eastern. I'd say Eastern's really weird. There's a up, down, the downstairs.
I call it the upstairs and the downstairs.
All right, so he won't have to do right side, downstairs, back around, and all that. Penguinpuff just opening chests along the way, hoping to find a tempered sword.
Or the silver arrows.
Yeah, something to not make him mess with silver. I think he'd rather see tempered sword than silver arrows at this point, though.
Yep.
All right, here you go. So start up the Feasel play game machine.
All right, so get your big key guesses in now. Where do you think it's gonna be?
I'm gonna go with chest number 23.
That's more than there are.
Oh no! It could be upstairs. Oh wait.
There are 22 locations, so don't guess 23. You won't do very well.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick 14, which is traditionally Bob's chest because that's my job.
All right. How about this? How about what you said earlier is true? Then we have to open. Like, what if the boots are? No, it can't be. Never mind. There was a run that I commentated on earlier in the tournament, I think in the secondary, where they found the big key but still had fighter sword, so they opened the Ganon's Tower big chest looking for the master sword.
Wow. So Penguinpuff has had quite a bit of trouble downing Trolldorm here.
Yeah, 2 falls was he gets it done.
And there's the crystal. So the 7th crystal has been acquired. And as soon as Penguinpuff mirrors the Dark World, well, when he steps inside Ganon's Tower, that's when I'll stop the guessing game.
I'll make my official guess here. You know, they didn't give me mod powers yet. Herfy.
It may have been me. I wasn't paying attention. So I may have said Mothula from Moldorm. I did it today. I did it.
You did it in this one.
Accidentally.
Well, it's not one. So he's doing the left side before the 2 chests. So that changes some people's maths, guys.
That's true. So, let me tell you,
Oh, by the way, we completely missed out on the hype that if the big key was there, we'd have to find boots. We completely lost that hype. My bad, guys.
That's what I was going to say. we know that our ridiculously convoluted double dip into Ganon's Tower is not a thing anymore. So Penguinpuff is doing what we call the Dark Magician route. That is
where
going
he bombs
in...
everything on the way there?
Well, possibly. I mean, he did get all those bombs at one point. But the idea is he's using... he's grabbing the first 4 chests in that Stalfos room and then heading to the right side.
Alright, so the next chest is 8. That's the one I guessed. But I didn't put bits in yet, so I can't win.
Alright, so the right side... This will be... I believe...
We're already 7 down.
Yeah. This will be locations number 8 through 11 coming up.
Well, I'm out.
9. Number 10.
That's a nice safety to have.
And number 11. So Penguinpuff possibly going on to complete the right side. Definitely going to pick up this key. Yeah, he's going full right. Nope, he's not.
Nope, he's going left. Debated again.
Yep, I'm getting debated all over the place.
So double fire bar room will be 12.
Yep. Fire bar will be 12. Fire snake will be 13, and then rando room will be 14 through 17.
Oh, who gets 22? Who was the evil one that wants to see tile room?
Most of these people, I believe.
Yeah. They like the pain of the suffering.
We all secretly want tile room. It's the schadenfreude of the whole thing.
Another bottle.
Alright, so SuperNinTaylor just picked up his 7th crystal, by the way.
Yeah, so he'll be able to run the game's tower.
And off we go.
Ice
Here's
rod.
the ice rod.
Pinky! So that was 15.
15.
Hey, you won!
Yep, I won in the last one too.
Oh, this guy is catching fire.
Because it was 15 in the last one, nobody guesses 15.
And you were closest to your 14 was so that's twice now you've guessed 14 and it was 15 and you were right.
Yep.
Because no one ever guesses 14 or 16, I guess. Everyone gets to either low numbers or really high numbers.
Yep.
In before SuperNinTaylor makes that chest number, what would that be if he just goes inside first?
Unfortunately, we only do the first player to open the chest. So
now what if like 2 people enter at the same time, one goes right, one goes left?
It's whoever opens the chest first. If they open it at the same time,
ooh,
then we might have an issue.
yeah. Synced opening but different numbers. Fees will get on that. Yeah, if you oh jeez. Wow, there's this entire thing. All right, I'm donating 250 bits like soon. How do I do that again?
Yeah, so both players grab different Master Sword upgrades. SuperNinTaylor did not end up grabbing the
Swamp Palace
upgrade out of Swamp Palace, because why would you at that point?
Yeah, and Penguinpuff didn't grab the one in the Hera basement. So, unless their tempered sword or the silver arrows are in these last 3 chests, which I'm going to confidently guess that they will open these last 3 chests. 4 chests.
Yeah, I think heading up the tower, opening those chests is generally a good idea.
So SuperNinTaylor is doing standard routes. Open the 2 on the right, then go left. So that'll make his chest number 11.
Potentially, yes.
So if he gets 11, you and Herfy Durfy's love and affection.
Cool.
Ooh, you're down to a heart and a half. Alright, he has red potion, so that's good. That red potion he bought from the shop that you didn't know about.
Yep, very true. I think I've been in there, in that cave once or twice, just being like, oh, that's the wrong cave.
He's saving his magic. He's not using the Cancer Mario strats because he is low on magic and doesn't have a magic refill potion.
Yep. It's kind of sad because I love doing those rooms with the Cancer Mario strats. But, I mean, with sword beams, it's just as satisfying, to be honest. It's like one of the few times sword beams aren't awful.
Yeah, Wizrobes going down in one hit is a great feeling. You want to know a place where Wizrobes do not go down in one hit? Zelda 1 Randomizer.
You are correct.
Even in vanilla, it take 8 hits from a regular sword and 2 from the magic sword.
Like
yeah, they're off.
The blue ones anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the blue ones are the worst enemy. They're worse than the Dark Nuts in Ocarina of Time, and that's saying something.
The orange ones will go down in one hit from the magical sword, but...
Is Link to the Past the only Zelda game with no Dark Nuts?
Yeah, I don't think there are
one
any
of the
Dark
only
Nuts.
ones. Because I know they're in the 3D games, and I know they're in Z1, obviously. I think they're in Z2 also.
I don't think there are any in, like, Minish Cap.
So SuperNinTaylor gets this big key. Let's see what Penguinpuff finds. He opens the first 2, does not find a sword or arrows.
But basically all the guards kind of have the aesthetic of the Dark Nuts, which is why they don't appear in this game.
Yeah, there's a 14th heart. So validation chest tempered or validation chest silvers, guys?
Quite possibly. I'm thinking silvers.
I'm thinking 20 rupees. And then Ganon will tell you, did you find my arrows in the light world? Which will probably mean I'll assume to mean Mimic Cave.
Yeah.
I mean, I
would have said like Graveyard Ledge.
There's a few, well, yeah, it's also a light world dungeon, a light world area that didn't check. There's a few light world areas that didn't check. A lot more dark world. I mean, more than likely, probably say Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Turtle Rock seems the most likely guess there. So Penguinpuff not having the best Troll Dorm day. Oh, and gets the...
Yeah, but he got it. And validation says... Red Mail! That's not... You know what? If you're about to enter Master Sword Ganon, that's... I mean, it's not silvers, it's not tempered. It's one of the good things, though. That's for sure.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with Red Mail, for sure.
Yeah, to take a lot less damage from Ganon hugs.
Sorry.
Alright, boys. You guys wanted it, you guys got it. Master Sword Silverless.
Oh, boy. So the Master Sword Silverless Ganon fight requires
24
spins, 12 spins on the first phase, 12 spins on the second phase, 4 spins on the third phase, and an additional 24 spins on the final phase.
That's a total of 52, isn't it?
Indeed. It's enough to make a deck of cards.
Yeah, I was saying, if you want to count the number of spin flashes, easy way. Just take a deck of cards and just keep flipping it.
All right. So that was, I think, like 1-1-3-1.
Yeah, there was one triple and a bunch of singles in there.
It was a very good triple because it was all spaced out.
So SuperNinTaylor, he's running low. Also, he got a fairy. He used the powder on the bunny thing.
All right.
And he has a blue potion. I love that quote from Ganon, though. It perfectly describes the U.S. government.
Huh? Yeah, you're not wrong. But for now, I think we'll refrain from
that's true.
Political commentary.
I mean, that's not even political. It's just like both sides think that nowadays. But you're right. No more political commentary. Yeah, Master Sword Silverless, guys.
Yep, so the Master Sword again. I find Master Sword makes it harder than Silverless, to be honest.
Yeah, the Master Sword part is what is troubling.
Because you have to spin. You cannot damage him with with normal hits. And unfortunately, the hammer won't damage him either. Which would normally deal tempered sword damage, but unfortunately, Ganon is immune.
Yeah, so if you want to, like, if you play swordless mode, the hammer deals damage.
This is true.
But this is swordless mode.
The great thing about swordless mode is, you know, for a lot of it, hammer can actually be in. You know, if you're playing on major glitches, hammer could be in Ganon's tower.
Yeah. So, this is another great thing about Master Sword Silverless. The race isn't over by a long. Oh, what? He needs to grab that key. No. Oh, so what happened to SuperNinTaylor there for a second, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. The key got stuck in the chest. The use of the boomerang to pick it up was a pretty solid move.
Yeah. So I think Penguinpuff is done with phase 2 once he dodges these fire bats.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, he's on the 1.5 heart though.
Unfortunately, he was unable to get that first slash for phase 3.
Yeah. So red. He uses his last red potion. Yeah, the thing about with the Master Sword Silverless fight is that the race is not over. Even for the best players, they will take a while and they might take a fall.
You have to be extremely careful to dodge the fire bats.
Let's see what it says.
Darkness.
Ooh, yeah, they didn't go to pod. You're right.
Nobody set foot in pod.
I completely forgot about not going to pod.
I didn't get to make my bad joke about mullets.
I mean, everybody's making that joke nowadays.
That's true.
Or is that called keys in the front, keys in the back? I mean, oh, that's not how it goes. Keys, keys, lots of keys.
Keys for days. What? You don't store keys in your mullet?
We're not talking about the bat enemies in this game either. How many spin slashes is that? Is that like a 6 now?
I believe so. Approximately.
Ironically, phase 4 is one of the easier phases in the Ganon fight. It's easier than 2, so that's for sure.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time.
The key to phase 4 in Silverless is patience.
Yes.
Patience on waiting on those bats to fire, making sure you're standing in the right spot. Don't just run up to him like you're gonna immediately fire at him.
Ooh, that was close!
That scared me to death. You don't even know.
If that fall had happened, we'd basically be in a tie game right now. Oh, man.
Ooh, misfire on that.
Use the silver arrow! Oh. So one thing I was wondering is like what would happen first based on where they were. Penguinpuff would defeat Ganon or SuperNinTaylor would get to Ganon, and it looks like SuperNinTaylor's going to get there before
right about the
Penguinpuff
time
finishes.
Penguinpuff finishes, I'm thinking. We'll jump in the hole.
Penguinpuff did not take any damage from this fight yet in phase 4. Commentator's curse.
Ooh.
Another misfire.
And there it goes.
There we go! Master Sword Silverless down. GG to Penguinpuff.
Penguinpuff completing the Ganon fight. All
And
24 of those spins.
And it finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour, 39 minutes flat. GG.
139 even.
SuperNinTaylor starts his phase 2 with he has 1 heart left. I know he has a blue potion.
And here we go. SuperNinTaylor doing his best to work his way through phase 2 of Ganon. Master Sword.
He could use the Cane of Burna if he wanted to, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh no, Spin Splashes don't hurt him. So if you had the cape, you would use the cape, but you can't use the Cane of Burna. But this is very dangerous doing this with 1 heart.
Sure would be nice if we could get him up in that upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, then you could fire off like 5 or 6 Spin Slashes.
We will have our race winner joining us pretty soon. Yeah, so the difference between the cape and the cane is that the cane will cause some damage, but it also makes it impossible to do spin slashes.
It does fighter sword damage, the ring. And it also lasts a lot more than the cape does. So the cape's better for fighting bosses when you want to use your sword. Burna's better for when you just want overall protection and still want to see yourself.
And the other thing is, cape drains magic faster.
Yes. He does have a blue potion, so he'll use it now.
Alright, so SuperNinTaylor begins the final phase of Ganon. Pulling off the torch glitch, no problems. For those of you who are unaware of how the torch glitch works, if you light the left torch before the right torch goes out, the right torch never goes out.
And that's definitely more important in Silverless than regular Ganon fight.
100%. Yes. And in fact, this may be the case for both. If you just kind of spam your sword, the cape will not drain magic as fast.
Yeah, Penguinpuff, he told us in the SR that he had to use the restroom before coming back from an interview, so it's been on him. That's why his screen's still on that screen.
Alright, so SuperNinTaylor will be finishing this off rather soon.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job of this. Again, patience is a virtue to taking this fight on. I'm lucky I've never had to deal with this yet. I've dealt with Master Sword. I've dealt with Master Sword with Silvers, and I've dealt with Tempered Silverless, but not Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah, I'm the same. And there it is.
GG, SuperNinTaylor.
SuperNinTaylor
finished about 3 minutes behind, which isn't bad.
In 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 9 seconds. GG to SuperNinTaylor. And Penguinpuff is in our waiting room. I'm going to drag him in here. Hello, Penguinpuff. GG.
GG. That was quite a seed.
Sure was.
Yeah, that was a fun one to watch, I think.
It was a fun one to play, but also extremely frustrating at times. I was pretty sure I lost because of Moldorm, and then what was it, Vitreous Death with bombs. I've never done that before, but I'm like, I might as well.
Okay, so both you and SuperNinTaylor did Master Sword Silverless, but the kicker is you each found a different sword for your Master Sword.
No way.
So you found yours as the Swamp Palace Big Chest, correct?
Yeah.
SuperNinTaylor found his Basement of Hera. And then SuperNinTaylor found Bo as his Go mode and didn't bother checking the Big Chest.
I see. Oh man, so, if he did that, that might have made the difference.
It would have been closer, that's for sure. But you finished just as he was entering phase 2 of the Ganon fight.
Okay. But still, for like Gauntlet and Landmolus and everything.
Yeah, definitely. He also he had the Master Sword for Vitreous the first time around, but he took a death there as well. He took the Vitreous Hug.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited to watch that one. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of variance between us.
Yeah, I mean, well, the early game was pretty linear. Once you guys also found the mitts in opposite orders, which was fun.
Oh yeah, my early game was actually the worst. I don't even understand what I was thinking. Like I just I completely forgot about hookshot, and I was using it as I was forgetting I had it. It was
Yeah, you didn't go right side on Death Mountain, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, and that's why I was like, sure, last time I could see this.
That actually paid off for you because you were able to do Dark World Death Mountain right away, whereas SuperNinTaylor went up there with no glove and found the gloves where you found the mitts, and didn't go back to where was it again? Escape. Oh no,
yeah, it was Escape, I think.
Yeah, Escape.
Yeah. The vanilla blue boomerang chest was where the other gloves were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very interesting early game with having mitts, pearl, but no sword, no hammer. Oh, hammer was very late. Oh, hammer was hype cave. Yeah.
Right. So I think I'm gonna bring in SuperNinTaylor as well. Hello, SuperNinTaylor. GG.
Oh, thank you.
GG, man. That was crazy. It was a weird seed.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So, SuperNinTaylor, if I were to tell you that you could have had Tempered Sword if you had checked one chest that wasn't too far away, where would you think it would be?
Let me think.
Because
One chest not too far away.
This was a chest that Penguinpuff checked because he needed the Master Sword for Go mode. He didn't get the Hera basement chest.
Oh.
He Go mode Hera at the end of the game, so he didn't bother.
I'm trying to remember everything I did. Sure. Spike Cave, Eastern?
It was the big chest in Swamp.
Oh, big chest in Swamp. Okay.
So when you found a big key right next to the bow.
Yeah.
So that put you into Go mode. When Penguinpuff found it, he still needed the Master Sword for Go mode, so he went back and opened the big chest and found Go mode with his Master Sword in there.
Okay.
So you both had Master Sword Silverless, but different Master Swords.
Yeah, I wasn't going back for that.
Yeah, at that point, I don't think many people would, especially with Ganon's Tower just like open.
Yeah.
Where was the first sword again? I'm completely blanking.
Hype Cave.
Yeah.
The first sword was Hype Cave.
Hype Cave was really hype. It had hammer, fighter, the first sword, and the flippers.
Yep.
Yeah, right when I got to Hype Cave, I got all those items, and I had to like stop for a second and process it. I was like, "Oh crap! Okay, what's my next move?"
Yeah, but it was with a very linear early game with having basically just the mitts in the last spot for both of you in different areas. Basically, SuperNinTaylor, you didn't do Escape till last, and Penguinpuff didn't do Eastern till last.
That really screwed up my routing. I wanted to do Escape, then I realized I only had 3 bombs. I was like, should I just go like flute away just to buy bombs and then go back? It's like, I just got really confused early in the game.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird early game for sure.
I did.
Yeah.
It was a little weird to me when Penguinpuff, when you went up to Death Mountain, got the book, and then save and quit to Mountain Cave, and then you had the hook shot. And it was like he's gonna go to East Death Mountain. Nope, sure didn't. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just ignore that part.
But it actually worked out in the end for you, so.
It's just weird.
There you go.
It's very weird. Yeah.
That's the thing about Rando. It's all about making the wrong move at the right time. And so.
And I think in this case, it paid off for Penguinpuff because he was able to not have to double dip the eastern side of Death Mountain or do He did Dark World Death Mountain at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Expert routing in air quotes. Oh, there's a lot of funny moments as it were. So SuperNinTaylor did not do the left side of Swamp, but the 2 chests on the left side of Swamp were Powder and Mushroom.
Oh, wow.
That was hilarious when we saw them back to back.
That gave me a good laugh.
And getting the 2 shields back to back was that Penguinpuff did. Getting the first one from Sick Kid and the second one from the Blacksmiths.
Yeah, that too. It was a weird scene, man. Just a lot
and Shovel from the Shovel.
Yeah.
was a lot of things that was weird in this one.
That was a pretty fun one.
So plenty of good moments, plenty of good run situations. So
And a few
next
dying
week.
adventures.
So what do you guys think about next week? Penguin, you've got one more win and you can make it into the group stage.
That's dumbfounding to me. I don't even know how that happened. I've only been playing for a month. I can't believe it. I was going for one win.
And SuperNinTaylor, you're still in this.
Yep.
So what are you guys hoping to see next week or not see next week?
Oh, I don't care. I just hope I win my next match. Give me whoever.
Ooh. Is
I'm
it
ready.
Andy 2 and 3? No, I'm kidding. He's 3 and 2.
No.
So Penguinpuff can get Andy if he wants.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Anyway, I do want to mention that the 2 and 3 and the 3 and 2 races next week are going to be the most hype in my opinion.
Yeah, most at stake, I guess.
That's the ones the most at stake. Exactly.
How about that death to Vitreous, though? I was pretty salty about that.
Well, you both took a death to Vitreous, but SuperNinTaylor went right back in and killed him a second time around. But
yeah, my hammer went like right through him. That hitbox, though. I mean, I could have used the potion. I was trying not to. I should have. But...
All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to say before we try to wrap things up here?
GG, Penguin. Thanks for commentating, guys.
Yeah, GG as well. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for the great race. If you want to see more races, there's plenty more going on. There's one going on right now on the main channel. A 4-way race, actually.
Indeed.
That's why you guys bumped up an hour, right?
Yeah. Because otherwise it was going to be a 6-way race, and we don't have.
Yeah, we're not doing that. No. Well, it probably would have still been 2 separate races, just that one would have been up to the same. Whatever. But yeah, and then at 11 o'clock, there's another 4-way race, and then at 12 midnight, there's another race on Speed Gaming 2. So, if you guys haven't already, please follow Speed Gaming 2, Speed Gaming 3.
Yep.
Follow our runners if you want to watch more from them.
Thank you to both of our runners for an excellent show. Thank you to Michael Vogt for running the tracker today.
He is it's late for him. He's out east.
Mm-hmm. And thank you to Herfy Durfy actually for handling the restream today.
Yeah, doing a good job.
And thank you, NY Rambler, for helping me out here today on the commentary.
Thank you for jumping in at last minute notice.
No problem. That's what I do this for fun. It's great.
I love comment.
Yeah, thank you to everybody. If you'd like to support any of these runners, any of these commentators, any of the tracker, the restreamer, and of course the network on which the restreaming has been done, the easiest way to do that is to give them a follow. It's pretty easy. And if you want to do more to support them, I'm sure that they have multiple ways of doing so.
Yeah, don't forget, if you want to participate in our new Gannis Tower Big Key game, you gotta either give us a sub or give us 250 bits to Speed Gaming, and you're entered to play that game.
Yep. So a little support will get you entered in that. It's certainly not required to enjoy these races, though. And all right, so thank you all once again. And I think that'll be it for us.
Thank you guys so much. Can I make a closing pun?
Go for it.
I guess you could say that digging game paid off in spades.
Well played. How come you didn't do commentary?
I'm too tired for thinking.
All right, so thank you all once again. I've been Dr. Bobtastic.
And this is NY Rambler.
And we'll be signing off.